lesson 7. So solving radical equation by factoring part 2. So this is the second part of solving radical equations, more complex. More complex means you have two radicals. So now we have two radicals to get rid of. It gets a little bit, I wouldn't say uglier, but it's a step longer. Okay? So we're going to look at this first one, and then we're going to do one. Okay? So it says, Billy, given the radical equation, root 3a plus 4 minus root a plus 1 equals 3. He solved incorrectly. His work is shown. Explain where he made his error. So I'll go ahead and pause the video. Go ahead and take a look and see where you see the error that he made. All right, so where do we see the mistakes? Where's the mistake? Yeah, so the mistake's this step here. That squared is not 9, and that goes away. There's a middle. That's the problem. Remember, you have to FOIL that out. When you're squaring this right here, that means two of these. So there is going to be a middle. He doesn't have the middle, right? He thought it's a nice, smooth, cancel, square, no problem. That's not how it works. It is the 9. The 9's good. He's missing this. He's missing this. And then he has the other part right. So he's missing those radicals in the middle, and that's our step today. See?
You have to square both sides, not just the if it's 3 plus.
Yes, it's a binomial. You need to, it's got to be both squared. No, because they're both positive. So it's going to be 6 of them. And so these are good questions. So the problem is, you see, we did that step. We got rid of this radical here, but we still have a radical on the right side. That makes us have one more step of isolating the radical. Remember, when you're solving radical equations, okay, when you're solving radical equations, you want to isolate the radical and square everything. With 2 of them, you have to do that process twice. So when you do that step system that we did for lesson 6, you're going to have to go back to the top and get the radical isolated again. So it's just like you have to make a loop and go back and get the radical alone again. Okay, so show the correct work. So we have the correct work right here. So let's go ahead and figure it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, okay, so we have 3a plus 4 over here. That's the left side. The right side is 9 plus 1. Let's put it 10. I have 1a plus 6 root a plus 1. So we need to isolate the radical again. So we're going to minus the 10 minus the a. Our left side is going to be 2a minus 6 equals 6 root a plus 1. I suggest squaring now so you don't go to fraction city. Okay, because if you divide the 6, you're going to have 2 over 6, which is 2/3. Okay, you can do that if you want, but you can also square this whole thing. Okay, I'll wait a second. Do which part? Why are we squaring? To get rid of a radical, right? We're trying to solve for a. It's locked in a radical, so we need to get it off. All the radicals have to be undone. And that's the process of these 2 days. We need to get rid of the radicals. Like the lesson 6, it was 1 radical you guys had. Okay, this is 2 radicals today for lesson 7. Okay, so we're still solving. We're solving for a. What's the thing, Kale? Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. 2a minus 6 squared, that you have to FOIL that out. Hopefully you're getting better at the patterns, but that's going to be 4a squared minus 24a and plus 36. When I square this, it's going to be 36 times a plus 1. Now we're happy. All the radicals are gone now. So now we're moving stuff to one side, and we're going to try to solve by factoring. Is everybody with me? Is there questions? This is the hardest lesson. This is 7. Okay?
Why would we FOIL the 2a minus 6 but not FOIL the 3a plus 4?
3a plus 4, okay, because the 3a plus 4 is under a radical. The 2a minus 6 is not. Yeah, 2a minus 6 is just a binomial or square.
If you have a binomial, you have to square both sides, and then that'll get rid of one
So his question was he just didn't select right here.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's a radical, so that just cancels. We don't have to do any foiling. This one we do have to do foiling because there's no radical on it. That's all. Yep. Good, good.
So why can you, so because the 6 isn't, there's nothing between the 6 and the radical, that's why it just gets rid of the radical.
This here? So this is a product, right?
Yeah.
So guys, this is important, okay? The difference between squaring this and then squaring over here, see that plus sign? That's 2 terms. So it's a binomial. This right here is 1 term. This is no different than if I said, hey, square 2x. Oh, okay, 4x squared. Square the 2, square the x.
So if that,
right?
there's no plus there, then you'd be able to.
Right. If this was a 3a plus 1, then we could just do it right now. It'd be 9a plus 1. Right? With a plus sign makes it 2 terms.
That's why I was confused, because I was like,
Yep.
why are we squaring?
Ask the questions, get on it. Okay, so here, distribute that. It gives you a 36a and a 36, and we're going to move that over, and it kind of helps us, doesn't it? So to cancel the 36, so we're not going to have a constant. Okay? You see down there, it's 36a plus 36, Joel. So I'm going to minus that to the left. I know I'm running out of room here. I just want to write it right here. So the final thing equal to 0 is going to be 4a squared minus 36, so minus 60, not 50. I can make that a 6. 60. And the 36 is cancel. So that's where you're at. Yep, these are long.
Wait, that's the final.
Well, we got to solve now. That's why we did lesson 5, right? Ayo. Welcome to big time. This is a big time lesson. It's short from here, though.
How many steps is short for
27 steps, give or take. That's all. Now you can see the answers. Answer is?
I don't know how you did that. Oh, you took out the 4.
Took out a 4a. I factored. Yep, I factored.
The answer is
15 and 0 is correct. Now, you're like, wait, now there's more? Got to verify. Got to verify. Yep, because you'll miss an extraneous solution. We have to. It's not just checking your work. Yeah. Like I said, welcome to the big time. All right, let's plug 15 in.
from lesson 5 to lesson 7.
Yeah, ramped up. I told you though. I said 6 and 7 is gonna be crazy.
Put it way up there.
Yep, to here.
All the way back.
So let's just do it real quick. You can do it mental math wise. 3 times 15 is 45, plus 4 is 49. Square root of 49, 7. 15 plus 1, 16. Square root of 16 is 7 minus 4, 3. Okay, that one's good. Put the 0 in. So that's 0. So 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 0 plus 1, 1. 2 minus 1 is 2 minus 1, 3. 0 is your extraneous solution. Good news is, though, guys, we're only doing 2 examples. That was 1. We got 1 more. You're done. Probably you have 1. 4a is where the 0 comes from. Okay, hold on. Just a second. All right, let's do the next example. All right. Okay, so this one's just about comprehending the question. I know that's not the fun part here, but it says when the square root of 2 less than a number, so square root than 2 less of a number. 2 less of a number, that's x minus 2, right? We don't know what that number is, 2 less than it. Okay, is subtracted from the square root, so it's subtracted from. So that actually means I wrote that a little bit too close here. Okay, so I want to write square root of x minus 2. This is subtracted from the square root of 5 more than twice a number. The result is 3. So let's walk through that again. The square root is 2 less than a number. 2 less than x, okay, is subtracted from, so you're minusing that from the square root of 5 more than 2 times the number. That result is 3. Okay, read that, see if you have issues with it. Yeah, what's the issues? Because I want you to be able to comprehend. Yes, it is. It's actually the standard, C. Comprehension is important in life. You're going to lose this one, Britton. You're going to lose this one. All right, so we're going to need some more space. So let's go ahead and write this here so we have the whole white spot here. Okay, so here it is. All right, so here's your steps. If you're a steps person, first step, isolate simpler radical. So what I mean by that is whichever one has like the easier inside, go ahead and isolate that first because then it's easier to work with later. Okay, so which one's easier, 2x plus 5 or x minus 2? Probably the x minus 2. Okay, but you can do either way. They just say the simpler radical. So what you're going to do is, actually, I switched that. Sorry. No, it's okay. Although I'm just going to change the wording actually, because actually it's not simpler. You want to do the more difficult one. I just said it backwards. Which just this one, which it makes it easier. So trust me. Yeah. What I said was right. I just said it like switched on accident. I'm sorry. Isolate the more difficult radical. Okay, so this one's we're going to isolate, which is easier because we can just add this over. Okay, so here we go. There we are. Yeah, now we square both sides. Okay. That becomes just 2x plus 5. We have to FOIL this one out. Okay. This is going to FOIL out. It's going to be 9 plus 6 root x minus 2 plus x minus 2. That's on that side there. Maybe say square both sides and simplify. Then step 3, isolate. Okay, so now we're going to simplify like terms. Okay, and we're going to get the radical alone again. So we're going to get this guy alone. So I have 9 minus 2, so it's 2x plus 5 equals 7 plus x plus 6 root x minus 2. So I combine the 9 and the 2, the x is just x, and now I'm going to isolate this group again. Minus 7 minus x. So we get a nice little x minus 2. That's a coincidence, by the way. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so we've done those 3 steps. The 4th step, square both sides again. Okay, so this guy is going to have to be FOILed. We have this pattern. We did that in lesson 5. X squared minus 4x plus 4. The right side, 36 times x minus 2. Yep, 36x minus 72. We'll come up here and finish this. Last step, the only last step you have to write, set equal to 0. And solve. 36 times 2. Have to distribute. Okay, so now minus the 36, add the 72. It's going to give you, the thing we have to solve is minus 40x and minus, so add 72, so 76. Because it's a minus. We're adding it over. Yeah. Sorry, it's hard for you to see there. Right, now we have to factor.
Holy, these are fun.
Yep, see if you guys come up with it. We're factor 76 to get you 40. Yep, 2 and 38, good. So it's x minus 2, x minus 38. So our answers are x is 2, x is 38, but we have to verify.
Those are like that bad. It was like super long.
Yep, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I know. The worst is like you mess it up on like the first step. Just everything you do.
This is not the practice problems I'd leave blank in your workbook. This part, yeah, because it's what makes this 0. A positive 2 makes a negative 2 0. A positive 38 makes a negative 38 0. Yeah. Okay, good question. Okay, so let's try it here. So if we go up here to the 2, so let's plug a 2 in. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 5 is 9. 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. Is 3 minus 0 3? Yes, that one's good. Okay, let's do a different color for the 38 here, if I can there. All right, so 38 times 2 is 76, plus 5 is 81, so 9. And then we have 38 minus 2 is 36, so 9 minus 6, 3. They both work. That's why we have to test them. They are both solutions.